everyone, thank you for visiting this channel. Currently we are looking at the history part, right? The topic for the day is Rowlatt Act, Jallianwala Bagh Massacre 1919. I'm taking the reference of Ghatnachakra book from where all the PYQ, most of the PYQs appear. ठीक है, तो let's start. Currently we are starting with Rowlatt Act and Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. ठीक है, we'll directly jump into the questions and we'll start from there. ठीक है, सो जो क्वेश्चन है, क्या है क्वेश्चन अपना, ये 2009 के यूपीएससी में पूछा हुआ था कि ड्यूरिंग द फर्स्ट इंडियन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल व्हाई डिड द रॉलेट एक्ट अरोज पॉपुलर indigenations, right? So the Rowlatt Act curtailed the freedom of religion. No, this was not for that. It suppressed the traditional Indian education. No, it does not. It authorized the government to imprison people without trial. तो वो कौन लोग थे जो जिनको मतलब सेम इसी केस में जेल में भेज दिया गया था? तो किचलू थे और एक सरफुद्दीन किचलू और एक थे, नाम अभी ध्यान नहीं आ रहा है, विल सी। ओके, ठीक है, तो ये इसका आंसर 3 हो जाएगा। इट कट द ट्रेड यूनियन एक्टिविटीज। नो, सो लेट्स सी द एक्सप्लेनेशन क्या था कि जो रॉलेट एक्ट था ड्यूरिंग वॉइसरॉय कौन था रॉलेट एक्ट के टाइम पे? लॉर्ड चेम्सफोर्ड। अब मॉन्टेग्यू चेम्सफोर्ड देखते ही हैं इसको। 1919 गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया 1919 आया था तब, तो ये उस टाइम का वॉइसरॉय था, ठीक है। और एक सेडिशन कमेटी का अपॉइंटमेंट हुआ था, ठीक है, बाय द गवर्नमेंट इन 1917। तो सेडिशन कमेटी जो है वो भी रॉलेट एक्ट से एसोसिएटेड है, ठीक है। और उस सेडिशन कमेटी के जस्टिस कौन थे? जस्टिस रॉलेट, ठीक है। which made certain recommendation to curb sedition activity in India. The Rowlatt Act 1919 gave unbridled power to the government to arrest and imprison suspect without trial. मतलब जो दोषी नहीं भी थे, अगर सस्पेंशन है, सस्पेक्ट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, शक के नज़ारे से देख रहे हैं, तो भी आप उसको जेल में भेज सकते हैं। ये था रॉलेट एक्ट, ठीक है। द act caused a wave of anger among all sections of the society. A well-known description of bill at that time was like it was said as no dalil, no wakil, no appeal, which means no plea, no lawyer or no appeal. Okay, so next question क्या है अपना? Rowlatt Act was passed to, see same question repeated है, ठीक है, तो curtail the national and revolutionaries activities। मतलब कहने का ये मतलब था कि you don't have freedom to go against the government। so ये चीज़ें थी। see when was Rowlatt Act passed? तो it was passed in 19, only 2 options, okay, we have 3। it was passed in Rowlatt Act was passed in 1919, right? Rowlatt Act aimed at Rowlatt Act was aimed at इस पे किसके है? इसका मुख्य कारण लक्ष्य क्या था? टू सप्रेशन ऑफ खिलाफत मूवमेंट। नो, इट वाज नॉट। imprisonment without trial। see these without trial things are very much important right now, so these things is associated with Rowlatt Act। let's move on to next question. with reference to Rowlatt Act, Rowlatt Satyagraha, again it was asked in UPSC 2015, the with reference to Rowlatt Satyagraha, which of the following statement are correct? The Rowlatt Act was based on the recommendation of Sedition Committee. Right, in the first question we have seen this. It was a recommendation of Sedition Committee, right? The Rowlatt Act Satyagraha, Gandhiji tried to utilize Home Rule movement. Yes, this was correct as well. Demonstration against the arrival of Simon Commission considered with Rowlatt Satyagraha. No, Simon Commission was in 1927, right? And this Rowlatt Satyagraha was in 1919, so it didn't coincide with that. So the answer will be B1 and 2. Okay, let's see some explanation for these things. The first one is Rowlatt Act was also known as Black Act, okay, termed by this Black Act was termed by Gandhiji, right? Was a legislative act passed by the Imperial Legislative Council in 1919. The act allowed the British government to arrest any Indian without trial or warrant. ठीक है, the act was based on sedition committee. The in Rowlatt Satyagraha, Gandhiji tried to utilize Home Rule League. Simon Commission reached in 3rd February 1928, which is resulted in strikes in major cities and towns, and it was welcomed with the popular slogan Simon, go back, Simon. We'll see what was the reason for the boycott of Simon Commission and all. But currently, just remember these things. Those were not, both were not at a time. ठीक है, it didn't coincide. The next question is कि Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened in the context of which Gandhian Satyagraha? See, Jallianwala Bagh massacre जो है happened in context of Rowlatt Satyagraha, right? It was a Gandhian Satyagraha. So Rowlatt के खिलाफ लोग सत्याग्रह कर रहे थे और उसी का कारण था कि जालियांवाला बाग मस्करा जो है हुआ. ठीक है, लेट्स सी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है कि विच वॉज द वाइसरॉय ऑफ इंडिया व्हेन द रॉलेट एक्ट वाज पास. तो रॉलेट एक्ट जब पास हुआ था तो वाइसरॉय कौन था? फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन में हम लोगों ने देख लिया, इट वॉज लॉर्ड चैम्सफोर्ड. ठीक है, वेबल देखो यहाँ पे वेबल जो है 1914 में आया था इसका वेबल प्लान करके. तो इसके आसपास क्या होगा? लॉर्ड रीडिंग जो है वो रैयट वारी सिस्टम शायद से एसोसिएटेड, अलेक्जेंडर रीड एंड थॉमस मुनरो. ठीक है, इरविन तो 47 आज़ादी से कुछ दिन पहले के आसपास था. ठीक है, ये देखते हैं. नेक्स्ट देखिए कि यस, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन जो है इन विच वॉइस रियलिटी ऑफ रॉलेट एक्ट वाज पास्ड. अगेन सेम रिपीटेड क्वेश्चन है. लॉर्ड चैम्सफोर्ड. Indian National Congress opposed the Rowlatt Act because it aimed at to limit the individual liberty. See, I have explained in the previous question that the freedom of being spoken was restricted. That's how people suffer at that time. So the Rowlatt was what was the Rowlatt Act aimed to limit the individual liberty, right? Okay, so next question is the first venture of Gandhi in all India politics was in. This question has been asked many times, and it was first venture of Gandhi in all India politics. It was in Rowlatt Satyagraha. ठीक है, see, fifth fact, Champaran peasant movement. It was in 1917. It was on regional basis. Ahmedabad mill strike worker movement 1918. ठीक है, खेड़ा peasant movement 1918. Again, if you have to remember the chronological order of these things, like Champaran, Ahmedabad mill strike, and then Kheda peasant, it is again becoming kick what things like kick. C for Champaran 1917. ठीक है, Ahmedabad mill strike 1918, and Kheda Satyagraha was in 1918 too. So this was in April or February, I guess, and this was later one. So remember the key part of things for the Gandhian first movement. Okay, who suggested language launching of no tax campaign as a protest against Rowlatt Act? It was Swami Saradanand. So remember this fact. Swami Saradanand suggested launching of no tax campaign as a protest against Rowlatt Act. Another question, the anarchical and revolutionary crime act 1919 was popularly known as, again it is Rowlatt Act. काला कानून भी इसको बोलते थे, रॉलेट एक्ट को. ठीक है, और फिर से जो है एनार्कियल एंड रिवॉल्यूशनरी क्राइम एक्ट भी बोलते थे इसको, राइट? तो याद रखिएगा, एल्बर्ट बिल रिपन के टाइम पे आया था. पिट्स इंडिया 1798 में आया था. इंडियन आर्म एक्ट भी अराउंड उसी पीरियड में था. ठीक है, which important event immediately preceded Jallianwala Bagh Massacre? It was enactment of Rowlatt Act. ठीक है, Rowlatt Act enacted in March 1919. In protest to this act, Gandhi had organized a countrywide strike on April 6. Okay, okay, some explanation is in 1990. General Dyer, remember this? General Dyer orchestrated the brutal killing in April 1919 at Jallianwala Bagh. Non-cooperation movement took place जो है in 1920 and Communal Award 1932. Simon Commission came to India in 1928. What was the date? 3rd February. ठीक है, तो क्या है? मस्करा ऑफ क्राउड एट जालियांवाला बाग एट अमृतसर took place in, right now we have seen it was 13 April 1919. ठीक है, बैसाखी का दिन था शायद उस टाइम पे. ठीक है, see the two who were arrested was the Dr. Sarfuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. Okay, so let's move to the next question. क्या है next question भाई? The year 1919 in India history is related to, it was for the tragedy of Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre took place in the city of अमृतसर. यहाँ पर गोल्डन टेम्पल है, उसको एंट्री करने से पहले जो है वहाँ पे दिख जाएगा जालियांवाला बाग मस्करा जहाँ पे हुआ था उसका जो साइट है वो दिख जाएगा. ड्यूरिंग द इंडियन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल a large unarmed crowd gathered in Jallianwala Bagh at Amritsar in April 1919 to protest and the arrest of, it was asking the two leaders who were arrested, who was the Sarfuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. Remember these two facts again. When was Jallianwala Bagh Massacre happened? It was on 13 April 1919. And where does it happen? Amritsar. Who were the leaders during the same? It was Dr. Saifuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal. Okay. So, why did people gather to demonstrate at Jallianwala Bagh? It was to protest against the arrest of Kichlu and Satyapal, right? The person who returned his honor to Indian government on May 30th May 1919, it was रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर. नाइटहुड का टाइटल अपना रिटर्न कर दिए थे. तो यहाँ से नाइटहुड टाइटल returned his honor of knighthood to Indian government in 38 May 1919. Rabindranath Tagore was awarded Nobel Prize in the year. It was in 1913. He was awarded Nobel Prize in the field of literature, right? He was the first Indian who received this award. So first Indian to receive Nobel Prize was Rabindranath Tagore. Just let me know in the comment section that for which literature did he receive the Nobel Prize? Name of that literature. Okay. The name of the famous person of India who returned the knighthood conferred on him by the British government as a token of protest against atrocity in Punjab in 1919 was, it was he asking about knighthood conferred to him. Who returned knighthood? Knighthood, just we have seen, it was Rabindranath Tagore who returned those titles, right? So yeah, next question is, as a means of protest against which of the following incident Rabindranath Tagore gave up his honor of knighthood? It was again Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. You can see that how many times the question has been repeated just by changing some word or some fact, right? Next question is, Rabindranath Tagore gave up his knighthood in protest to which of the following? It was Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Rabindranath Tagore gave up his knighthood because of, see the repetition again, it was Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. Who among the following gave up the title for Sir in protest against Jallianwala Bagh incident? Again, it was Rabindranath Tagore. See, the person who has been honored with the knighthood title are majorly called sir as their prename. So he also gave up the title sir by returning the knighthood titles. Recently, someone has got knighthood title. I guess Sebastian Vettel, the Formula One racer, he was honored with the knighthood title. Next question is Rabindranath Tagore renounced knighthood. Yes, he did. He wanted to participate in non-cooperation movement. No, this is not the reason for that. So he returned the knighthood title because of Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So option C, 1 is true and R is false. Right? Who resigned from the membership of Viceroy's Executive Council as a protest against Jallianwala Bagh massacre? C. Membership of Viceroy's Executive Council. Who resigned? It was San- Sankran Nair, right? Sankran Nair resigned from the Viceroy Executive Council as a protest against the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. See, one of the following had raised from the Viceroy Executive Council protesting Jallianwala Bagh massacre. It was again Sir Sankar Nair, Sankran Nair or Nair, right? The next question is to select the correct sequence of the following event using the code given below. The next one is Jallianwala Bagh massacre. When does that happen? It was in 1919. ठीक है. Dr. Satyapal incarnation 1919. Again this is also 19. See the fact is यहाँ पे हम लोग को क्या देखना क्या है, like everyone the event has happened in 1919, so we have to go by month or date. First month, see Amritsar Congress session. See Congress session was always used to be held in December. ठीक है, there may be an emergency situation where they have to conduct in middle, but it was majorly in December, so you'll consider it Amritsar Congress session was in December. Right? See, after Satyapal incarnations, the people gathered at Jallianwala Bagh, and then Jallianwala Bagh massacre happens. So the first will come as this one, right? Satyapal incarnation. So the answer would be 2, 1, and 3. This option suits in option A. So the answer will be this one. The next question क्या है भाई? See, let's see the date also. Safuddin Kichlu and Dr. Satyapal were popular leaders who were arrested by Deputy Commissioner of Amritsar. They were arrested on 9th April 1919, right? Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place on 13th April 1919, and the Amritsar session of Congress was held in December 1919. You can see the fact which I have told during solving the question. See, the Hunter committee was appointed for Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Okay, this committee has a member of seven members from British and 3 Indians. Right? This committee was headed by Lord William Hunter. Okay. The next question would be, see, for these things, the British government had called the General Dyer as Lion of British Empire and gave Sword of Honor for his service. ठीक है? So General Dyer name is associated with which of the following event? It was Jallianwala Bagh massacre, right? Who from the following killed Michael O'Dwyer? Michael O'Dwyer, responsible for Jallianwala Bagh massacre. It was Udham Singh. He reached London and in their town hall where they used to gather meeting, he killed there. आप देखे होंगे मूवी सरदार उधम सिंह. So see there are two persons, Michael O'Dwyer and Michael Dyer something, right? So to whom did he killed? It was Michael O'Dwyer, right? So remember this fact. The yeah, see Caxton Hall in London. The next question was Udham Singh killed in London. To whom? Sir Michael O'Dyer. Remember these things, O'Dyer, because it was General Dyer here also. तो ये चीज़ ध्यान में रखना है कि माइकल ओ डायर को इन्होंने लंदन में मारा था उधम सिंह ने. ठीक है. सर माइकल ओ डायर वाज शूट डेड ऑन 13th March. दिस डेट अगेन इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. 13th March 1940 in London by Udham Singh, right? The task of drafting Congress Inquiry Committee report on Jallianwala Bagh massacre was entrusted in. It was महात्मा गांधी. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है भाई? हाँ, who was the viceroy of India at the time of Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1919? It was Lord Chelmsford. ठीक है. The next question is who was the prime minister, right? It was asking a prime minister of England when the Montagu-Chelmsford Act was passed in 1990. It was Lloyd George. Lloyd George was the prime minister during Jallianwala Bagh massacre, you can say, or Montagu-Chelmsford Act. It was passed. तो लॉर्ड जॉर्ज जो है इसके टाइम पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे. ठीक है. Next one is which of the following event was characterized by Montagu as preventive murder? It was again Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Preventive murder. Who said this? It was Montagu. The next question is which of the following arose a wave of popular indignations that led to massacre by the British Jallianwala Bagh? It was Rowlatt Act. The next question is okay, so we have finished it, right? Do check this explanation and let us know if there is some error. Thank you.